quick and sweet. Just this is more for the customer than it is for anybody. It's for the guy that the Cub Cadet 1440 I'm working on. It's kind of easiest way for me to send him some video updates, so I'll just do it and post it on YouTube too. Can't hurt none. And so if you're interested, stay tuned. We'll get right into it. So this is mainly, like I said, for the customer, just to let them see the progress. We got the toe plate back on. Got to tighten them down still, but this bolt right here is what tightens up your lift assist spring for your deck. And in case nobody knows how that goes, the spring, you see it right there, comes up and it's got a hook on it, and there's a clevis pin that pushes through this little contraption right here. And you got to make sure that you've got this bar back behind the clevis pin, and then go through the spring on the other side, come out this side, and a cotter key right here. Now, it's kind of tricky. You have got to loosen the spring up all the way, so you got to back this out. And if it's rusted, you got to let it soak. And then it's got a little on the handle here. I don't know. You see this little knockout punch hole right here? So, I don't know if you can see that. So right there is how you access it. You know, to get, you got to slip the spring on the clevis pin, push it through, and at the same time, you got to make sure this little yellow piece right here, that's the control arm to lift and lower the deck, is behind the clevis pin. So when you get ready to lower everything, it's like that. And then that spring, I don't know if you can see it. You see, that's your tension spring. So it pulls the handle back and lowers it down. Anyway, so we got that on there. We got the mule mounted back on with a new pulley on this side. This one's still good. Nothing wrong with that. Needs sanding a little bit, but nothing major. Still got to adjust the brakes. And the where the gas was leaking, the two bushings, or there's one on this side right there, and one on this side. I haven't pulled this one off yet. But anyway, I pulled this one off, and this bushing is what fits up in the tank. And this is your fuel cutoffs, but these are so old and rusted, I'm not going to try to free them up. They're open. I'm going to leave them open. I'm going to blow this rust and stuff out, get all that corrosion out of there. And we're going to put new grommets on it. I already got those ordered. They'll be here next week, early next week. But they're worn. That's just that's why when it was rocking, it was leaking right here, because this seals up the tank. And these are just old and wore out. So we'll get that. And since I don't want to do this, I'm still going to try to give him a fuel cutoff. So what I'll do is I'll come in here somewhere, right about in here, and just put a regular fuel shut-off valve, so he'll have an option to shut the fuel off. Yeah, and that'll solve that problem. So, making some progress. We got to do the deck next. Now I don't know. You see that blade? It's cracked there. Cracked there. Now this is a weird setup here. It's got two different blades. It's got these two outside blades are one kind, and this center blade's a different kind. And I got to check with him and see if he wants to do the blades. They're kind of pricey. They're more pricey than I thought. But get that on there and change that one pulley out, and that'll be done. Then we got this FS91 that came in, and the gearbox wouldn't turn on it. Turns out the clutch housing, look at that, bearings just eat up. No balls in there, nothing. So we're going to buy a whole new clutch housing. I'm not going to try to replace the bearing because it's so bad, and get this back on the road. Plus, look at that, nasty. Needs to clean that up. I suspect it was all rusty. All the ball bearings are rusty. They just fell out when I pulled it off. I suspect it got wet, or it wasn't greased up or maintenance properly. So we got that. Anyway, and the OD110, change the pulleys on it. This was the really bad one. This is what was making all the racket. Yeah. So now, when you crank her up, no more noise, fellas, no more noise. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty pooped for the whole week, man. It's been an ordeal. I've still got to get the brakes on this. And I was going to say, when you get ready to tighten this up, I'm going to do it this way. It's a 14 millimeter back here. And instead of, unless you want to sit here and twist a wrench all day long, tighten that spring up, get your little drill out and just and do it that way. That'll be the easiest way, I believe. But, and this thing's getting closer and closer. I'm so happy. I just want it gone. Anyway. So, like I said, we're going to chat with the customer about the blades. He mentioned the blades to me earlier, and I kind of forgot about them. Well, I didn't forget about them, but I kind of forgot about them because I was so overwhelmed with that transmission. And now I've got to finish up the project. So, thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button. Please subscribe to my channel. Ring that bell if you hadn't rang it already. And we'll see you guys later on in the weekend in the chats. I guess, what's today, Friday? Lawn Stars live tonight. If you have never checked those guys out, go check them out. Sure to have a good laugh or two. If you don't, you're not a normal person. So, we'll see you next time. Jungle Bob out.